How could Holling Hood make it through 7th grade after being forced to wear yellow tights with feathers on his butt? The Wednesday Wars by Gary Schmidt is a humorous story about a 7th grade boy growing up on Long Island in 1967. Holling has a lot to deal with. There's religion, bullies, Vietnam, cream puffs, and rats. But worst of all, his teacher, Mrs. Baker, hates his guts. Why else would she force him to read Shakespeare?
Good.
One of the most interesting characters in the story is Mrs. Baker. Even though Holling thinks she hates his guts, Mrs. Baker is the one character that is always there for him. She brings Yankee superstars to cheer him up after his hero, Mickey Mantle, refuses to sign a baseball for him. When the class demanded that Holling buy them cream puffs, it was Mrs. Baker that saved the day and bought them for him. When Mr. Hood forgets to take him to the season opening baseball game, it's Mrs. Baker that steps up to take Holling. Another great part of this book is when Holling races to the sporting goods store while still wearing his costume from the play in order to get his hero, Mickey Mantle's autograph. He rushes in the store with only moments left and hands the ball to his hero. Mantle looks at him and says, "I don't sign baseballs for kids in yellow tights." And then Mantle leaves. Through humor and 7th grade situations, the author introduces us to real-life problems: discrimination, sadness, death, war, and parents. We watch Holling grow up from a lonely Presbyterian sitting in Mrs. Baker's class on a Wednesday afternoon to a young man who lends his shoulder to Mrs. Baker when she learns that her husband is missing in action. Throughout the book, the author uses humor and sarcasm, but the book has a serious tone. All in all, The Wednesday Wars is a good book for middle schoolers. Holling could be you or me. It may not be rats, it may be hamsters, it may not be cream puffs, it may be bubblegum, but whatever it is, we all face it. And just like Holling, we all will get through it.